I'm PG, I'm chillin', and yes, I'm sick. I am one sick pup, and this is my review of Vince Staples' new album, Dark Times. Since dropping his last album in 2022, Ramona Park Broke My Heart, it seems like Vince has been making more waves than usual online. Whether it be in his interviews and him just being downright funny but in a serious tone, that dry humor. And now he has a show on Netflix called The Vince Staples Show, which was released earlier this year. And for the record, I watched 2 episodes, didn't care for it. But let's get into the music. Vince has teetered on the edge of being a borderline, slightly underground rapper and being a major label superstar. And with this being his last album under the Universal Music Group and Def Jam label, Dark Times serves as a reminder of who Vince is, where he came from, and what troubles him. The first actual track, Black and Blue, sees Vince examine the system and the environment he grew up in, and shedding a light on the bruises and marks from that, including the loss of fellow West Coast MCs Tupac and Nipsey Hussle. And it's done over this boom bap instrumental, accompanied by a looping piano note and these faint, funky sounding guitar riffs. On the song Government Cheese, he reminds us of his identity as a Crip growing up in Long Beach, talking about survival's guilt, his awareness of feeling lucky about it too, and sounding very dejected about it. He also raps about struggles and relationships with women. There's one where he fell in love with quick and then it ended quick on the song Justin. Psh, lion ass bitch. And on the song Radio, he reminisces about a girl he met that was innocent and made him listen to other kinds of music besides rap. But also it sounds nostalgic and acts as a love letter to growing up listening to the radio. Vince also gets a bit introspective and spiritual on the song Shame on the Devil, acknowledging his blessings while also being aware of the burdens of his surroundings and fame. Although it sounds like I'm describing this album as being completely moody and meditative, there are a couple upbeat and bright spots on here with the songs Etouffee and Little Homies. Both low-key chill bangers with catchy melodies. I couldn't help but dance to Little Homies as I was making an omelet Saturday morning. No, I'm not gonna demo that for you. Life hard but I go harder. Life hard but I go harder. Life. For an album that is only 13 songs and 35 minutes long, Vince sure does say a lot. And yeah, it's a mostly moody sounding album that sees the artist being a lot more reflective. The production provides a mostly chill atmospheric vibe, at times soulful, and that type of production with a short track list does allow the songs to transition smoothly and seamlessly. So given the tempo and mood of the project, there are moments that just fall flat because if the beat or vocals aren't interesting or dynamic enough, it could just sound bland, like on the song Nothing Matters. And also on the closing track, it's really just the singer named Santigold talking about creativity. It's a nice thought, but not going back to that well. I do wish there were at least a couple features on here, maybe a couple guest verses, maybe a guest hook. But this is clearly an album where Vince felt the need to be meditative and personal and talking right to you, especially as his contract comes to an end. So if you want an album full of bangers or if you're expecting an anthemic West Coast G-Funk sounding album, this is not that Vince Staples record. The last few years have shown us that veteran rappers have more to offer than just metaphors and outlandish bars. They have the ability to be vulnerable and show growth. Guys like Mac Miller, Kendrick Lamar, Danny Brown, and even most recently this year, Schoolboy Q. And while he's only 30, Vince Staples has shown growth as an artist in his storytelling and in his writing over the last couple of projects. The album is smooth, it's a vibe, it's not perfect, but at face value, it's pleasant on the ears and offers a new layer into the artist, and it's one of the most compelling records I've heard all year. And yes, I would say it's better than his Netflix show, or at least based on the 2 episodes that I saw. My favorite songs are Black and Blue, Etouffee, Radio, and Little Homies. But what are your thoughts on this album? Have you given it a listen? What are your favorite songs? Let me know in the comments below. And by all means, feel free to check out my other reviews, my videos on my shorts. And of course, please like and subscribe. I promise you I'm not sick on those. These are my thoughts. Stay blessed.